My name is Christine Irvin, and I have a consultancy here in Portland, Oregon, where I focus mainly on strategies to accelerate green markets, particularly green energy, buildings, and more recently, electronics. I think growing up in Alaska had a lot to do with creating a strong environmental ethic, but my career really took sharp focus on energy, and I can point to the day in 1989 when I read this stunning statement in The Economist magazine, and it said the production and use of energy causes more environmental damage than any other single human activity, with the exception of war. So that kind of clarity really changed my career path. It led directly to the Oregon Department of Energy, and then as Assistant Secretary for Energy Efficiency and Renewable Energy in the Clinton administration. And that office covered a lot of different exciting new technologies, everything from advanced lighting and photovoltaics to wind turbines. But in the building arena, I think what I was most intrigued with was some of the early research coming out on integrated design. And so in that context, I was very interested when Mark Ginsburg there wanted to introduce me to this upstart new group called the U.S. Green Building Council. And then you fast forward a couple of years, and I came to USGBC as their first president and CEO to help them build an organization capable of delivering on their big vision and promise. There's a real sense of pride in working with USGBC because it's all about building a legacy. Our first lead director used to tell our staff, "Buckle up, we're building a rocket," and that's just what it felt like. I think what made a difference in the early days was not only GSA and the public sector stepping out and being a leader, but it was also developers like this one. This is the Girding Theater. It was built in 1891 as an armory, and then it fell into disrepair. In another time and place, I'm sure this building had a good chance of being torn down. But in this case, there was a developer and civic leaders who had a vision of bringing the building back to life. And not only that, but making it a LEED Platinum building and an anchor to a very successful revitalized brewery blocks development, one of the most successful in the country. And so Portland has been a leader in green buildings. But what's important to me in my role as a consultant and as a speaker is to be able to point to real examples of how they came about and how they perform, because those stories really spread, I think, and help fertilize the market. I feel so honored to be recognized this way by the USGBC, an organization I respect so much and that has made such an impact in the world. So a big thank you and shout out to the fabulous staff, to Rick Fedrizzi for being such a great leader, to all the volunteers on the committees and the board. I'd also like to thank my husband, Dave. We've had a lot of fun adventures together and we plan on many more. Thank you.